Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Aries and Libra on Mondays. Also, the deck that I'm using today is called the Crystal Visions Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, the information is in the description below. Also, I do want to mention that sometimes the cards like to flip over in the deck. I do see them. However, I only take cards that jump out like these ones have. And usually if they come out in groups that are too big, I'll go ahead and put them back. And my main goal here is to get you guys roughly 8 or 9 cards, and then we can get started on your reading. Alright, Aries, I do want to mention that right before the reading that if you guys enjoy the reading, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the High Priestess, which to me is really powerful energy. And it's actually very interesting because I'm looking at this King of Swords here, and this feels like a person. I think that this is a person that you're dealing with. And certainly they're a lot less mysterious than they think they are. I think that in their heads, they think that they're so mysterious and that they have all their cards so close to their chest. But I see that there's this moon card in reverse. So that leads me to believe that all the things that they're sort of thinking or keeping under the hood are making themselves known to you. And on top of that, you have the High Priestess, which is just very powerfully intuitive to begin with. Right? The High Priestess is incredibly strong in her femininity, her feminine power, as well as her intuition. So whenever I see the High Priestess come out, especially if it's an overall energy, I know that you guys are really, really strong in your intuition. And that leads me to believe that most of you guys probably already know. I feel like you guys have that sort of gut feeling about what's going on, but you just need like the confirmation for it. You don't have any like reason in quotation marks to believe your gut feeling when your intuition on its own should be reason enough. But certainly I'm getting that whatever it is that your hunch is, you're almost certain to be correct here. It's very interesting because I'm seeing this Fool in combination here with this Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands talks about movement, right? It's a message, it's action, it's passion. And the fact that it's here with this Fool card leads me to believe that you guys are going to take some kind of a leap of faith here. I feel like whenever we see the Fool card sort of in tandem here with the Wands, we know that it's an action that's a lot more on the passionate side, right? Like something that you need. You know that you want to do because it's what you want, it's what you know to need, right? And the Fool card in it by itself just symbolizes new beginnings, right? It encompasses a little bit of all the aces which represent new beginnings, which by the way, you have the Ace of Pentacles here. But I feel like you're completely ready to take this leap of faith, this plunge on your side. But I feel like it's more on the other person's end because this feels like love to me. You know, even though there aren't necessarily any cards here that have to do with like love, because I don't see any pages, or sorry, any cups, I do see that it like that's the storyline that it wants to give me. I'm seeing this Ace of Pentacles, and I'm seeing this Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is a very interesting combination. I think the best way I can describe it is like you feel that you know that you have this stability coming in, but it's just not coming in, right? Like it's almost like you bought something off of like something online, like on Amazon or whatever, and then you're just waiting for it to ship, and for some reason it's not coming, right? That's the energy that I get. Like, you know that there's this new beginning, you know that there's like perhaps for a lot of you it's like school or work, but it's not coming in. The message isn't here, even though that the stability and like the actual thing itself is here. But I'm looking at this combination here, and my apologies, but I'm certainly getting here that that's kind of what this person is doing, right? Like, they're trying to do something, and like in my case I was pointing at the cards, and they'll slip up and they'll throw the card out like I just did, and it's almost like they're giving themselves away. I feel like this person is really good at exposing themselves. Like they want to say something or do something or whatever, and then they say too much, right? And this person, the King of Swords, they are a little bit difficult to deal with sometimes, right? So that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. That's air signs. But they're also very smart, sometimes a little bit condescending. I don't get that this person has a lot of those lower vibrational qualities that you would see if this was like a page or the king in reverse. But I'm certainly getting that this person has a high regard in themselves. You know, they're not very low on self-esteem. And at the same time, you know, they're very intelligent. They're very sort of business focused, and they might lack a little bit in the emotions department, which, you know, fire signs tend to have very explosive emotions sometimes. Especially if you guys have like heavy water in your chart. Like, this person, I feel like, isn't quite as skilled at emotions. I feel like you want to talk to them about like, they're probably the kind of person that you like have a problem and you just want to sit down and talk about it, and then they give you the logical solution for it. And I like, that's fine, but I feel like there's sort of this level of disconnect there. And the reason why I'm describing this person so in depth is because I think that for a lot of you guys, you know, you're either trying to go get into a relationship with this person, or this person might be a boss, or this person might be perhaps a father figure for some of you. But there's certainly like this theme of not being able to connect on an emotional level with whoever this person is. And keep in mind that it doesn't have to be a man, just because it's the King of Swords. I apologize. Right, but keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, like whatever gender roles or whatever, like gender. It's just the energy of somebody who is shut off emotionally, but is very smart and sort of very business-like, right? This is certainly the kind of person that's that stereotype of logic over emotions. But like I was saying, you have the moon card in reverse. Now, the moon card, I should mention, represents Pisces. So for some of you guys, that might be important. But it's in reverse, right? So everything that the moon card represents normally, which are like the subconscious, secrets, things not known, things that aren't illuminated, are coming to light, basically. So I feel like this person has a lot of secrets or a lot of things that they just haven't said. Probably because of the same reason, like they try to really analyze and intellectualize their emotions, so that's why they probably don't say things a lot of the times. They want to like sit down and analyze it first. So now it's almost like this person is spilling the beans. And I feel like you knew way ahead of time, but now it feels like this person is really opening up to talk to you about these things. And it's very interesting because I feel like this person is just now getting onto the same page as you, but you have already been in this Three of Wands phase where you've like sort of taken survey of the situation, seen like what your options are, what you can do, you know, formulated your attack plan, carried it out, and now you're waiting to see what the results are, right? Like this is waiting for your ships to come in. And it's very interesting because you have the Page of Pentacles and then you have the Knight of Pentacles here. So it's almost as if, like, even though this stability isn't coming in, you're like making your own stability here, which is very interesting. I feel like for a lot of you guys, that could even mean like you have options in love, especially if this person is like a romantic person. But I'm also getting that like if it's like a job or like a position at a school or whatever, like you have a plan B, and I feel like that's really good energy to be in, because you know, if you think like this deal or the whatever this is isn't going to go through, it's probably because it's not, because you have this High Priestess here and you have that strong intuition. But that was your reading for summer around, Aries. If you enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel, and I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Aries videos on Mondays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other Thomas readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.